If your convenience or grocery store is running a grab-and-go program, and you just know there must be a faster, smarter way to label, prep, and ensure your food is fresh and safe, it's time to discover BOHA. BOHA is your single platform that digitizes manual error-prone tasks like labeling, prepping, temping, and equipment monitoring. If you need grab-and-go labels in an instant, BOHA. If you want to make sure your team is always alerted to clean the counters or refresh the condiments, BOHA. Or if you want to guarantee temps get logged every time, you guessed it, BOHA. To see how BOHA makes successful grab-and-go programs possible, connect with us at bohatechnology.com. That's BOHA technology.com.
A lot of new grocery stores opened in March, a drive-thru grocer has scored some major expansion funding, and Shell USA is getting into EV charging in a big way. Welcome to Retail Daily, your quick look at the top headlines from CSP Daily News and Winsight Grocery Business. I'm Heather Lally, Editor-in-Chief of WGB.
And I'm Steve Holtz, Editor-in-Chief at CSP. March was a huge month for new grocery store openings, with 40 grand openings around the country, nearly half of them courtesy of Aldi, according to those tracked by WGB. The discount grocer opened an impressive 17 new locations in March, from Clio, Michigan to Lakeland, Florida, and many points in between. Aldi far surpassed other food retailers in unit growth during the month, with Lakeland-based Publix coming in second with 5 new stores. Broadline food service distributor retailer Gordon Food Service opened 4 stores, and Sprouts Farmers Market opened 3 new grocery stores during the month.
Curbside drive-thru grocer JackBe on Wednesday announced it has raised $11.5 million to fuel its growth. The single-unit grocer, which opened this year in suburban Oklahoma City, said it will use the cash infusion to expand its business to suburbs around the country. E-commerce firm Mercatus predicts that online grocery shopping will double to more than $200 billion by 2026, with curbside pickup among the fastest-growing segments.
Shell USA has acquired Volta Incorporated, giving it the oil company a leg up in embracing electric vehicle charging. San Francisco-based Volta makes EV charging stalls with a media display to generate additional revenue. The deal was approved by shareholders on Wednesday.
Global Partners LP and ExxonMobil Corp. will acquire 64 Houston area convenience and fueling facilities from Landmark Group. Subject to regulatory clearance and the satisfaction of closing conditions, a new joint venture called Spring Partners Retail LLC will purchase the assets. Global Partners will act as the management company and operator. The companies expect to complete the transaction in the second quarter of this year.
United Natural Foods Incorporated is adding a 1.3 million square foot distribution center in Manchester, Pennsylvania to its supply network. UNFI said the new distribution center brings more capacity to support its growing mid-Atlantic customer base. Plans call for the new facility to be constructed over the next 15 months.
The first of Dash Inn's third-generation convenience store concept, which it says reimagines the C-store experience and boasts a new menu, has its grand opening March 31st in Chantilly, Virginia. The menu reinforces Dash Inn's commitment to offering wholesome food made on-site using simple, fresh ingredients, the company said. Featuring in-store seating and an outdoor patio, the location introduces a store experience that invites guests to linger. The 5,600 square foot store has 17 fueling positions and a newly branded Splash Inn Eco Car Wash.
The Committee on Oversight and Accountability is investigating the Food and Drug Administration's regulation of tobacco and nicotine products through its Center for Tobacco Products. The recent evaluation of the CTP by the Reagan-Udall Foundation found that the center has not clearly set out the most basic elements of its tobacco and nicotine regulatory programs. Committee leader James Comer says politics influence CTP's decisions rather than science, and he demanded the FDA provide a well-publicized list of authorized tobacco products for retailers to reference.
Dollar General, which earlier this month vowed to increase its private label offerings, is doing just that. The discounter this week announced a reimagining of its beauty, skin, and hair care aisles, an initiative that includes 3 new private label brands. All of the products will sell for $6 or less, the retailer said. Dollar General's Beauty Reinvention Program will also include easier-to-navigate beauty and personal care departments in about 300 of its 19,000-plus locations this year.
The CEO of nonprofit Growth Energy was in Washington, D.C. this week with Come & Go and other fuel retailers to explain why selling E15 biofuel this summer is important to the economy. Consumers are confused about why the ethanol gasoline isn't allowed to be sold during the summer. According to Carson Berger of Nuvu Fuels in Michigan, Nuvu produces E15 and sells it at 5 fuel stations.
Abingdon, Virginia-based grocery retailer Food City recently welcomed shoppers to 2 of its remodeled and expanded stores in Tennessee. The first store in Dandridge added over 7,000 square feet of space and now includes 1,000 new items on the shelves. The second store is located in Kodak and features the addition of 12,500 square feet.
All hands were on deck Thursday for the grand opening of Eatwell Market in Chesterfield, Missouri, the second location of its kind by Schnuck Markets. The opening of the new store, Schnuck's 115th overall, included a ribbon-cutting ceremony that was attended by Chesterfield Mayor Bob Nation, Schnuck's chairman and CEO Bob Schnuck, and Schnuck's executive vice president Ted Schnuck, among others.
Albertsons has unveiled a redesign of its O Organics private brand and launched a social media campaign to promote the label's new look and packaging. The move comes just a couple of weeks after Albertsons introduced a refresh of its Open Nature brand. O Organics, now with over 1,500 products, is one of Albertsons' $4 billion owned brands.
GetGo Cafe and Market, the convenience store chain owned by Giant Eagle, is offering loyalty members a free cup of Java on Mondays for a limited time. In February, GetGo announced it had invested in new technology and equipment for its coffee bars. The new program involved installing new bean-to-cup coffee machines that grind GetGo's new signature blend coffee beans and a selection of nitrogen-infused and cold brew latte in most of its 260 locations.
And that will do it for today's episode of Retail Daily. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more for your daily dose of retail news. For more on these stories, visit CSP Daily News or WinsightGroceryBusiness.com. I'm Heather Lally.
And I'm Steve Holtz. Have a great day.
If your convenience or grocery store is running a grab-and-go program, and you just know there must be a faster, smarter way to label, prep, and ensure your food is fresh and safe, it's time to discover BOHA. BOHA is your single platform that digitizes manual error-prone tasks like labeling, prepping, temping, and equipment monitoring. If you need grab-and-go labels in an instant, BOHA. If you want to make sure your team is always alerted to clean the counters or refresh the condiments, BOHA. Or if you want to guarantee temps get logged every time, you guessed it, BOHA. To see how BOHA makes successful grab-and-go programs possible, connect with us at bohatechnology.com. That's BOHA technology.com.